I want to start with a story about Starbucks. Specifically, the awkwardness I still encounter when placing orders. Let's say I order a tea and a ham and cheese panini. For those that order tea in Starbucks, you'll know that you get your drink immediately during payment. Now I'm left with a dilemma. Do I wait at the end for my food to be warmed where people appear to be waiting? Or do I walk over to the milk point to sort out my tea so it's not overbrewed, hoping that I'll hear that my food is ready from across the store, hoping that no one else takes it? I shouldn't be made to think about something this simple. Not when there are solutions out there. When I place the same order at Costa, I get given one of these, a magical number stick. And with this stick, I know that somehow they've linked my order to this number, and they'll come and find me wherever I am. No thinking required. Now, we all know that the magical number stick isn't actually magic, but it provides an affordance, a useful social cue. And situations that cause me the most friction are those with a lack of affordances or lack of social cues. Even seemingly innocuous things like doors that don't give clear signals as to whether to push or pull can cause issues. And even when doors are clearly labelled push or pull, if they're designed in a way where the affordance runs contrary to this, then people's automatic systems will let them down, and they'll still do the opposite of what's expected of them. When I encounter situations like this, I think back to a book I read many years ago, Don't Make Me Think. A book on web design, written way back in 2000, but revised since. And I read it at a time that we were redeveloping a customer portal. And it really helped to focus our designs. It's really clear, you can read it in an afternoon. And I thought about this book when we were developing a new feature in AO to give our users the ability to configure rules that would apply at certain times of the day. Now, time brings its own challenges, not least of which is the impact of time zones. So we mocked up an initial design, but ultimately decided against it. The reason? We wanted to avoid making our users think, and pushing time zones on them would have done exactly that. What's the current time zone? Do I need to update existing rules when the clocks change? Instead, we put the thinking part into the service itself and let that handle the different time zones, leaving the user with this. Simple and clean. Let's not make them think. Now, as we started with Starbucks, I wanted to show you an eatery that does get the customer right and doesn't make them think. Yes, that's McDonald's. Now, I don't go very often. I actually took this photo on the way to an event I was going to. But if you're an avid fan, you'll know that the stores have been updated in recent years. And when I first saw the new design, I couldn't help but appreciate the simplicity. Clear sections, order and collect, means there's no confusion when you walk in the door. I place my order at the order section and head to the collect area. Now this bit's amazing. On my receipt, I've got my order number. So, just like Argos, I get to see where my order is up to on the screen right next to the collect area. And when my order's ready, my number's called out and I collect it. Whatever your opinion of this company, it's hard to argue that they've not got this absolutely right. From a user experience perspective, it seems perfect. Even better, I went there recently and they've started bringing out those little magic number sticks. So you get given a magic number stick and people will come to you and give you a food service. Again, you've got it nailed, haven't they? And just to not make you think, because, you know, don't make me think, this is indeed the end. And I hope I've left you with a useful thought, an idea to use when you're designing, well, as we've seen, just about anything really. If you get the chance, please check out the book. It has been updated since I last bought it, and it's definitely worth a read. Thank you.